This Oh Steve comes to us from Derek Thomas, and this is one of my favorite songs from one of my rock groups who I listen to, or who I listen to it for the one song. Hey, A&A and Millennial Mark, here's another Oh Steve. Here's some lyrics from one of Aries. Oh, and he says this, favorite rock songs by In Living Color. Look into my eyes, what do you see? It's the cult of personality, like Mussolini and Kennedy. It's the cult of personality, the cult of personality. It's the cult of personnel. Oh, Steve.
Spies and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy, Jew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Cry, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was on your mama.
Aries Spies don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spies and Steinberg.
Yeah.
That sounded like In Living Color at the end.
You could do what you want to do in living color.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
You can make it fit if
Yeah.
you want to make it fit. But I like that, man.
Yeah,
That was
no,
good.
I like it. I did like it. I like Millennial Mark though, because that one really, that really fits the bill.
Yeah.
I like that you left the picture up there of Bezos. Looks like Professor X.
Anthony N., The Art of Dialogue, Vlad's hoe ass. What's up, A&A? I just had a quick question for Aries. So I'm listening to the Milky White Legs episode this morning while also scrolling through Twitter. And I guess the algorithm was algorithming because I scrolled past a post that highlighted you and the guy from the Art of Dialogue podcast beefing. And I just wanted to see if you could tell me why you don't with that podcast, but you with Vlad's ass so heavy. And I know you answered this question on Vlad's platform already, but I don't support him, so I'm not going to watch it to see it. But if you could explain it on the pod for your boy, I'd appreciate it. Y'all be good. Because the guy that does Art of Dialogue is a ass. Because he purposely takes things, and listen, and I said on Vlad, to some degree, what really are these shows? Whether it's Jumper 21, Art of Dialogue, Comedy Hype, Vlad, it's tabloid television. So I get it. You know, you want clicks, you want to get the algorithm. But at least with Vlad, from a journalistic standpoint, he doesn't do things to hurt you. And this dude with Art of Dialogue will phrase things in the description in ways that make it seem like you said you didn't say. And that bothers me. You know,
that's to get the clicks, though.
I understand that, but there's a way you could still do that without me over, you know? There's a way to do that, you know? Have class. And he would word things in such a way, I'm like, you sucker. And there have been times when Vlad may word things a way I don't like, but I can pick up the phone and call Vlad and go, hey, Vlad, man, you need to fix that a little bit. And he will immediately do it. Whereas the guy with Art of Dialogue, he'll just do it and don't give a what you say. Like, for instance, we talked about the Rodney Hinton thing. And the way that it was worded when I first went to the clip, it said, Aries agrees that it's okay to kill cops. I called Vlad immediately. Hey, you know that, don't do that. That's dangerous. That's not what I said. So put it in the context in which I said it. And he made the adjustment. But I'm like, when you say Aries is okay in killing cops, what? No, So that was my problem with the dude with the Art of Dialogue. Because saying that Aries says it's okay to kill cops, yeah, you gonna click on that quick. What this nigga say? No, I ain't say that. So that's dangerous.
What about this one? Aries Spears, so Lizzo built like a plate of mashed potatoes. You don't like that?
Aries said that.
Well, I said that. Yeah.
That one's cool in the title.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know.
What
all right.
What don't they? Why do people dislike? Why do you think people dislike Vlad so much, though?
Because they call him a culture vulture. They say he just reaps off the culture, because, you know, he's got nobody. And listen, Vlad has had people of other races on his show, but predominantly black. But as I said in Vlad's defense, nobody is putting a gun to any artist's head that's on his show. They choose to do that, and they choose to get a check too.
What was his work in hip hop that he was able to make these connections to get?
I don't know, but you know,
because he had connections. Otherwise, he wasn't going to get this.
But I know that the reason why him and Godfrey fell out was because, you know, he had said some things about Farrakhan, and Godfrey felt like he disrespected the minister and should have apologized for it, and Vlad refused to apologize. So him and Godfrey and Lord Jamar was like, "Yo, f this dude, man, can't f with the minister." So that was that.
You know, but I didn't hear what the comments are, so I'm not going to say anything. It just sometimes I don't know that you know, people have different opinions. I think you got to talk when you have different opinions,
right?
But that's my point. I'm not going to worry about it.
Justin Putman, podcast fan. Hello, I'm a fan from Louisville, Kentucky. Y'all are missing the point about the Shannon Sharpe situation. The accusation is not about him sleeping with a younger woman, but about him sexually assaulting her. Also, there's a recording of him threatening to choke her. Additionally, I was watching a Mad TV skit. I believe it was a skit of Weekend at Bernie's, except it was Tupac Shakur. The two Mad TV cast members were carrying around a dead Tupac. Do you think that skit would fly today? To answer that question, there's a lot that was done back in yesteryear that I don't think would fly today.
Plenty.
And that's a tragedy for comedy. But going back to the Shannon Sharpe thing, you know, I partly said this. Threatening to choke somebody, if it was in the context of a sexual nature, that's allowed. We're adults. We're allowed to be as freaky as we want to be, as long as it's consensual between both parties. Who are we to judge what turns other people on?
So we didn't miss the point. You're just that's one of the sticking points. Was it in the sexual nature that they were saying it, or was it abuse? That's what we don't have the answers to that.
And as far as sexually assaulting her, has that been proven?
No, because it's in the tape, but he's saying basically, I'm going to choke you out, but some people like being choked out.
Right. So, you know.
Don't know. But the other part of it is, and this is why we did it about the youth of it, is if it was two 50-something-year-olds and he said, I'm going to choke you out. And
I'm going to choke you out. I can't do Skit. God damn it. I mean, it's Shannon.
And then, you know, and then you would go, you wouldn't be as creeped out by it either. There's some creepiness to it that people feel. So, you know, I don't think we missed it. I just don't think that you caught where we're going with it.
Kevin Gladney, round 3. What's up, fellas? Aries, I was going to compliment you on how great your crowd work is, but after you told the last guy who complimented your greatness to wash off his face, I'll just say, great job, Aries. Keep up the good work. When did I do that?
I don't remember you.
I don't even remember doing that.
I think it was maybe choking you a little bit.
Was it in? There's more context.
He was giving you praise.
And I said, wipe off your face?
Something like that.
I must have been joking. I'm sure I was joking. I'll just say, great job, Aries. Keep up the good work. Mr. Steinberg, those that don't agree with why you voted for Trump, America is so caught up on symbolism that the fact you voted for him because of policy is ignored. Trump has been in office damn near 6 months, and people keep going back to why you voted for him. You've answered why. Let's move on, people. I travel 99% of the time for my job, and I enjoy the impressions, documentary suggestions, movie reviews, and pure comedic conversation while out on the road. When listeners write in and say, Andy, I don't know why you voted for Trump, say policy in my Samuel L. Jackson voice. Policy. Fellas, let's keep the pod going. And Mark, when Aries is on stage, quit getting so close with the camera. You can zoom in. We come to the comedy clubs to see Aries. Let me quote my man, Suge Knight. Yo, if there's any comedians out there that are tired of their videographers all up in the videos, come with Death Row. We come to see Aries clubs, comedy clubs to see Aries, not your milky white legs. I'm joking. I just wanted to add to giving you like the rest of the podcast listeners. Y'all be safe out there, health and wealth.
I want to get these policies off this plane.
Off this podcast. Yeah, there it is. Dwayne Rhodes. Something funny. Y'all check out the thread on Trend. Homies calling their homie to say goodnight. Hilarious. Yeah, I just started catching wind of this. Did you know about this?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, this is a thing trending on TikTok where, boys call their boys to say goodnight because a man's not supposed to tell another man goodnight. So, call up his boy. Hey, D-Rob, what's up, kid?
Hey, can you pull up the Waltons? At the end of the Waltons, it's a show from the 70s, and it ends when they all say goodnight to each other from around the.
So it's like, D-Rock, what's good with you, dog? Hey, man, you all right? Yeah, man, I'm good. What's up? Yeah, I was just gonna say goodnight. There's a pause on the phone. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about, man?
See if you can play it. It's just it's.
This. Good night, so and so. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Mom. Good night, Ben. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mom. Good night, Daddy. Good night, children.
Already got it. You know what would have been funny about that?
Good night, Darrell.
Right, and then say. So I kept the whole thing was
good night,
white like
but
that.
It's John Boy. So good night, John Boy.
Good night. Good night, Chrissy. Good night. Good night, David. Good night. Good night, Darrell. You say? Oh, that's hilarious. See, and that's where I go, that's that black homophobia. Because don't white guys say goodnight to each other? Nah.
I always just tell my I tell
Andy call each other every night.
Yeah. No. I can't even say that with a straight face. Look,
if I said goodnight to you, would you look sideways? You wouldn't.
Good night.
All right, good night, Andy. Boom.
I would think you're about to kill yourself.
Yeah, I'd probably call you back. Are you okay? I always say, I'll talk to you later. That's
not good night, though.
No, that's not. That's what I say to everybody when I get off the phone. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
I'm not a good night guy.
But good night, I guess that feels like something like feminine.
Yeah, I don't even say that to Tara. Good night, Tara. I just say, I love you, baby. And then
yeah, but that's you talking to your broad.
I tell them, no, my kids too. I love you. I'll talk to you.
Kids, that's supposed to happen.
My mom, love you. I don't say goodnight.
Yeah, but not to another man, though.
Definitely not to another man, but I don't say goodnight. That's like that's like the news. That's the newscasters say that.
At D-Ray, it was funny on his special. He was like, a man ain't supposed to not watch another man drive off. Like if you and your boys hang out and your boy watches like, all right, I'll holler at you later, nigga. And the man is sitting there looking at you. You're like, yo, what's up? I'm just trying to wait till you get in.
Yeah, but you know what? It's
you're not supposed to wait for your man to get in safe.
Yeah,
like nigga, take off.
Yeah. We don't watch someone get in. We don't. Guys just don't do that. I don't know. Mark, do you do that? Millennial Mark, do you do that?
I do not do that.
You don't make sure that your dude gets in. Like you drop him off at the house and it's late at night.
Make sure he get in safe.
You hear some coyotes in the background. Ow!
Nah, because I can't help him if he is locked out.
Nah, that ain't a friend. You're not a friend. That's terrible.
That's what the phone's for. Hey man, I got locked out. All right, I'll turn around. But I'm down the road. Yeah. Now, here's one thing. Let me ask you this though, because you don't good night. I don't good night either. Do you wait for your guy? Like you're sitting there, the dude, you guys go out to eat. Someone goes away, like he has to go make a call, phone, or something. Do you wait for him to get back to start eating?
No.
Yeah, I usually wait.
Really?
Yeah, I'll wait. Like I'll wait for you.
I've seen you do that.
I'll wait for you. You know, let me rephrase this. If you're buying, I wait for you to get back. If you're not buying, if I bought, I'm eating.
Right.
But if you're buying the meal, I'm not eating. I'm not enjoying that meal till you get back.
Is it homosexual if I go, hey man, I'm cooking food. Do you want to eat? Is it wrong for me to cook something for us to eat? Is that gay?
No.
How about this? If before I serve it, I go, hey, with the spoon, taste this.
You know, I'm going to say no, and I'm going to tell you why. My stepdad's Italian. I told you that.
Right.
Those Italian dudes cook. They cook at the house. There's the meal that they cook. The wife doesn't always, the pasta or whatever, like they have a thing that they cook.
Right.
And they'll cook it. And if it's like pasta, I remember my grandfather making the sauce. And it didn't make a difference who was in the room. Tasted. Is it good? Is it good?
Right.
Yeah, but it's a big wooden spoon. It's not that little spoon. It's the wooden spoon coming at you. Is it good?
Right.
Is it good? So I wouldn't be weirded. But if you're making like soup, you're like, is it hot? Is it too hot? And you put it, I'll look at you crazy.
How about if it's soup and I got the wait. I got the spoon in one hand and my other hand I'm underneath the spoon to stop the drippage. But as I put the spoon like an inch from your lips, I blow on it. I blow on it to cool it off.
I got barbers that the Middle Eastern. Sometimes they'll dab each other up and then they give each other kisses on the cheeks.
Yeah, that's that European.
But like two, and you can hear it.
Yeah, on the cheeks. But
that's that Italian, right?
so let me ask you this question: those same guys, when they're cutting your hair and there's like some hair on your neck, and they blow that hair off your neck, do you get hard?
I've never had anybody blow hair off your neck. I've never had nobody do
No
that.
one's ever done it to me either, but I just thought his dudes
They
would
either
do
use
it.
the brush or they use an air gun or
Not
something.
his dudes. Now they're kissing
Oh, they
each
blow
other.
Blow my
And they ain't even like
lashes.
a hard blow. It's seductive. That's funny.
You have. It sounds like Serge. You had some hair.
You didn't mind blowing that up? Don't be ridiculous. John Under. Man TV racism. Dear Aries. Oh, Jesus Christ. I heard you talk about Alex Borstein saying racist stuff. You want to share a little more about that? Also, thank you for listening to my pitches back in the day. I was mentored by the guy who broke Martin in the business a couple years ago. I hit you up about writing new jokes. We spoke about the Richmond, Virginia funny bone being lame. Sincerely, the Jersey Rican Juan Under. No, I'm not going to get into the Alex thing. I think I've covered that.
I think you covered it, and I don't know. If you saw Alex and she said, "Aries, I'd like to talk to you," would you sit down and talk to her?
Yes.
So there's no reason to go into that because
Yes.
we don't know who she is today and what her issues were back then.
Right.
And hopefully she's whatever those issues are solved. Those problems are gone.
Right. G Weeks. Councilman Eric Mays. What's up, ANA? On last week's episode, you talked about the possibility of Donald Trump running for a third term, and Obama would consider running again. $10, a lot of you. I think that would be a great debate matchup, but my dream would be Donald Trump versus Councilman Eric Mays. Have either of you heard of him? If not, I promise you that a quick YouTube search will leave you both highly entertained. If you think Trump is funny, Eric Mays is on Patrice's level. He is the only political figure that I believe could have beaten Trump at his own game, debate-wise. Unfortunately, he recently passed away. Well, there's that. If you're able to play a clip of him on the pod, I'm sure the other listeners will get a good laugh out of it. Thank you for reading my email.
How you spell Eric Mays?
He's passed, so we don't need to get into that.
Okay.
You don't have to talk to Tex.
You know who he is?
No, I'm not sure who he is. It sounded familiar. You don't have to talk to Tex
Talk to text.
on your computer? Let me ask you this question though, because you know that was an interesting question that you brought up, but I wanted to ask you that question in a different way. Because I said to you when it came down to it, I go, no, I'd probably vote, and I said I'd vote for Obama because Trump is the one that would make that happen, and I don't believe in a third term, especially in. I don't believe a president should have a third term. I know that wasn't codified early in the Constitution. I know that was something, an amendment that they made later because of Roosevelt. But that's beside the point. I think that it stands and it should stay that way. Now, my question is though, if it did happen, and the economy is great, and there's no wars, and everything is going well, and Trump is in there, and he gets the economy under control, the deficit's going down.
I think you've asked this before.
And and so there's nothing that's wrong, and your life is going good.
Obama,
even though you're taking a chance that everything could fall apart after that.
But I don't think I'm taking a chance because it didn't fall apart when he was in there the first two
No.
times.
But if the president that's sitting, the sitting president has an economy that he's pulled everything, he's done everything that he said he was going to do, everything's going in the right direction, you would switch the direction up.
Yes, because I think we could get the same thing with Obama, but somebody who's presidential and likable.
and not old as fuck.
Yeah, I think he should be too old too.
He'll be real old.
Yeah,
I think by the end of his term, he's going to start having some more. I mean,
I said this, and no one gives a that I said I don't know that he finishes. I think that there could be a thing where he would go, I've had enough, and towards the end of his 4th year. I really do, because what is he? If he has everything in place that he wants to have, he's a showman. I could see him going, you know what? I'm going to step down. We're going to let J.D. Vance take over. That would set up J.D. Vance as the front runner for the presidential election.
I don't think he likes J.D. Vance.
I don't think he does either, but he has to set up his legacy.
Yeah,
and he's a showman, so I could see him going out that way. You step away at the end. There's not a.
But here's the thing: that the way that it would have to probably happen is because, say, if he felt like he was losing it, he wouldn't do it if he's losing.
No, not
because
losing.
If there was a way that the media's like, we were right.
I didn't say losing it. I said he just goes, I did everything if he had the opportunity to go, I did everything that I said that I was going to do. The deficit's going down. There's no wars. We're in we're in a great place. I've done everything that I can do. I'm stepping down. There's only 6 months left, but I want to spend my time with my family.
That's a lot of what ifs.
No, that is a lot of what ifs.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Big shout out, Beth Spies.
Yes.
What a sweetheart. She came out to the
Montreal
show, and it was funny because
we both wore your T-shirts already.
Yes. When I was taking the short walk as me and Andy were taking a short walk from
Aries
the hotel.
gave his away.
No, we didn't.
From the hotel to the venue, and I'm out there smoking a stove. I saw them, but it didn't click. But then later, they were sitting really close to the stage, far left, my left. And the girl that she had with her had on a T-shirt that said, "I'm with Beth Spies." And when I saw a T-shirt, I looked over and I was like, "Oh, shit." And she brought me a 3X Jordan T-shirt, some gummies, and some chocolate eggs with the cream inside. And she got Andy a T-shirt, kind of same thing, a different T-shirt, but the other stuff was the same. What a sweetheart kid.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Yeah, I was very appreciative. And like I said, definitely kind place, man. Thank you very much.
As a matter of fact, when Shamor is in the office stamping the new badge potential holders, Beth, you are outside. You are the secretary that approves who gets to see Shamor. So you there now. You there now. You bring in your Pimps gifts, and just like a good host should. You know what I'm saying? So you there, baby. And whoever that girl is that was with you, recruit that. You know what I mean? We need another hoe in the streets. We the salt and pepper pimps. And when we smack, Andy puts like a nice amount of salt in his hand. I put a nice amount of pepper in mine. And when we smack, salt and pepper granules just shoot all in the air.
We don't slap, we season.
We season hoes. Bitch, you ain't make that enough money. That's right. Come here, bitch. Pow, and pepper spray just everywhere. Andy does the same. Bitch, where my money? Put salt in his hand. Come here, bitch. Pow, and salt granules. And bitches is seasoned. Now get on back out there and serve up that. Salt and Pepper Pimps. That's the name of this.
Salt and Pepper Pimps.
Salt and Pepper Pimps.
We don't slap, we season.
We don't slap, we season. God damn it. I like that. Dermick Burnett. Well, he has a song here to play. I'll play it at the end of the podcast. The future is scary. Here's a song. Yo, A&A, it's been a minute since I wrote in, but I have been having a dilemma, and y'all have held it down for me for years now. Through a serious breakup, finding out I had a kid and starting over my life doing things I want to. Through a serious breakup, finding out I had a kid and starting over my life doing things I want to do. Having that kid you up.
But one of the things he doesn't want to do is
maybe he left.
correct grammar.
Right. Anyway, recently I've made several songs using AI, and I want to put these songs out. But as someone who knows struggling musicians, holy, I feel kind of bad, like I'm cheating the system or something. Does that make me a bad guy if there's no real effort behind the music? Or at the end of the day, as long as it's a bop, who cares? Would love y'all's input. Anywho, here's a country anthem I threw together about my two favorite degenerates, sung by my fictitious country western personality, Big Dixon McGraw, a.k.a. Chubby Dix. Enjoy. Let me give it a spin now.
I go when the world gets dumb. Two fellas talking truth, yeah, one might vote Trump. And he's got a take that'll rattle your brain. Got folks yelling back like he's lost in the rain. He'll quote some stats, get all precise. Pedantic as hell, but he swears he's nice. The inbox floods like a river in spring, with Ranfoots laughing and A.B. singing. Down at the Spearsburg show where the filters are gone. Aries breaks wind and the punchlines roll on. He leans in the mic with a smirk and a boast. The quarterback is toast. It's wild, it's loose, it ain't ever polite. Gabertron's in the emails, riding all night. We love them, we fight them, we tune in the most. Down at the Spearsburg show. And he tries logic, talking policy strong, but half the crowd says you got it all wrong. Some say he's red hat, some say he's woke. He just sips his tea, grinning through the smoke. Meanwhile, Aries laughs till he can't no more. Tummy's bubbling like a rodeo floor. He lets one fly, then shouts with glee, like a linebacker crushed on live TV. Down at the Spearsburg show where the arguments clash, like beer cans flying after redneck bash. Aries grins wide and delivers the roast. The quarterback is toast. It's raw, it's real, it's a circus of soul. With Cabotron riding like he's on parole. We love him, we roast.
I love it.
I think you're a little bit country. Just play it. We'll play the whole thing at the very end.
I like that. Matter of fact,
send it to Steve.
I want a part 2 that includes Mark now. You got to do a part 2.
We didn't. Maybe there's something on it at the very end.
No, he would have said it already.
Yeah, we'll send it to Steve. We'll have him put it on.
That sound, that to me is the scariest shit about AI.
Yeah.
It could put a lot of out of business.
It's going to put people out of business. It's going to put half the population out of business.
That's crazy, man. It's the blessing and the curse. Because when it's done right, it's entertaining. But what's it gonna do to us?
It's going to make people lazier.
I think it's better for people like you guys because, one, AI is just terrible at writing jokes. I'm sure it'll get better and be able to do it.
That was a hell of a country song.
But I know. Well, yeah, he put in the lyrics, but music is more formulaic. Like comedy more relies on like human interaction and human cues and things like that. And like you can't. It's not. There is a formula to it, but like you can't just tell something to find something funny like a algorithm per se.
As it gets better, it'll figure.
But
out
for
more.
you guys, as everyone loses their job in the next 4 or 5 years, wow, entertainers.
This is for next Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not next Thursday, the following Thursday.
What's the date?
The 12th.
The 12th.
I feel bad for all those OnlyFans girls who all this AI porn's going to put out of business. Those poor sluts.
Or they'll just use they'll still do it. They'll just use the filter over the top of themselves. Because there's going to be the human interaction that the people still want on the
What human
OnlyFans.
interaction?
People call in. And they do things. They do what's asked.
You could do that. That's the point of AI. You can tell it what to do, and it does it.
Yeah.
Spread your. Say my name.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because people will just be able to call to their own AI girl, and she'll do whatever they say. You could design her, I guess, that day.
I can't wait.
You know, I wonder, like, will women do AI
boyfriends?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the weird. That's guys are fucked for sure.
It's
but women.
Why would you say guys are?
Oh, the minute like you get a AI robot that just sucks your doesn't bitch.
Nothing is going to replace real human flesh in that regard. When it comes to sex,
come on.
Now, the guy that said he wanted to lick my ass was the one who with a robot.
I don't know. It's gonna be like Westworld. Like you're not even gonna.
What if you can't tell? What if you really can't tell?
Dude, you several times on this podcast throughout the years, you have tried to get me to subscribe to that. Never. I've had my dipped in too much vaginal oil to not know the difference between a real transmission and a one.
I'm telling you.
And it probably won't smell. It probably has its own self-cleaning option.
See, anybody that thinks this deeply into it is going to do it.
But it's not just
her name's going to be Rita.
It's logically that they're going to be able to make something that seems just like us.
Andy, I'm not doing it.
I don't think it's going to be in your lifetime, to be honest.
Oh, I think it will be.
I don't think so. Not flesh.
I think so. I don't even think you would even know it's a robot.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
It's just gonna be walking down the street.
Get the out of here.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna ruin everything probably.
And the way it's going to be programmed to talk to you, you're not even going to You're not even going to question it. You're just going to be. That's what it is.
Do you think a woman would like if it's like AI dude robot and a woman, a regular human woman, would still be able to break its code where the AI couldn't figure out how to make it happy?
Well,
that's funny.
Yeah, that's where it's that's why you're going to be able to tell the difference. That's going to be the difference right there. Yeah, because it's going to be happy and do what you want it to do.
I would a fat, heinous looking before I fuck a robot.
Oh, stop!
I would.
What are you talking about?
Real flesh, man. Real flesh. There's no replacement for real flesh.
When they make the replacement, you're not going to know. You're going to go,
I'm always know.
No.
I'm like that. When it comes to my, it's like that movie, Full Metal Jacket. This is my weapon, and I know it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that speech was, I wish I could remember it.
You're not going to know.
Me and my will always know.
All right. Say you get an AI robot that cleans your house. It's like a house cleaner. It does the chores, but does it in their underwear.
Why would I get
You're not gonna maybe.
Why would I get an AI robot when I can get a Mexican?
Yeah, it'll probably be a Mexican AI robot.
Because these ones won't steal from you.
All right, we've ventured down some territory that maybe we should back out of. Lawson,
Mexicans aren't the only house cleaners that will steal from you. I just want to throw that out there that we're not judging.
Incidentally,
we're judging.
Incidentally, I owe an apology because I thought my Mexican maids took my bracelet and my ring. I found it.
Did you fire them because you thought
Yeah.
And then you found it?
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in a drawer that I didn't know I had it in.
Did you confront her about it and say you stole my ring?
No, I called the company, and when I couldn't find my ring and my bracelet, I said, "Yo, the lady who stole my."
Did you call them back and tell them you found it yet?
No, I hired New Mexicans.
But did you call them back so that those people would know that? No.
They sent that bitch to a El Salvador prison.
Yeah.
I don't think they even did anything.
You know what I think you think now?
What?
I think you think that they broke back into your house and put it back so that you would think that they didn't steal it.
Yes. Yes. Lawson Gillespie. Oh, Jesus.
Is it Harper?
You owe that woman an apology. You got.
I don't owe her nothing.
Yeah, you do. You should give her the now.
Well, that's not happening.
Did you get your heartburn because you have heartburn, or is it because you saw how long this message is?
No, it's not that long.
Okay.
It's not easy being green. What's good, guys? This is my second time writing in since the pod first started, but please believe I'm always tuned in for the meat and potatoes. A little background. I saw you guys at the Arlington Improv back in 2022 or 2023. I don't really remember exactly when, and we all got a pic together. I bought one of those McDonald's shirts and one of those autism awareness shirts. Those shrunk 2 sizes after the first wash. It's all good, though.
They don't even shrink.
They don't.
How do you wash your clothes?
Yeah, what the f are you using? Seasoning salt? Anyways, the real reason I decided to write in again is because I'm sitting in the car listening to episode 678, Milky White Legs, and I about died laughing when listening to the Randy Savage bit. It got me thinking about some impressions I wish you, Aries, would bring back to the regular flow of things. I don't think we got enough of Dennis Rodman impression. You were heavy on it when The Last Dance doc came out.
You were.
And I think it never got enough praise. It was spot on. Also, this probably isn't a fan favorite, but your Kermit the Frog impressing is. I think you mean impression. It's a little off right now. It's hilarious. You did a bit on the pod a few years ago. It was basically a parody song to "It's Not Easy Being Green" from the Muppets, but it was racial. It's not easy being man, I laughed for about 3 business days. Please tell me which episode that was if you know. I don't, brother. Get with Steve and see if he knows because I need to hear it again. I'm pretty sure it was in the high 300s, but I don't know for sure. As always, I appreciate the laughs. Y'all be easy. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one that was. It's not easy being
Is that what you did? Is that what it was?
Yeah. That was when we did the Sesame Street episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember the song. I can't
Dude,
remember.
when you sit back and think about it, yo, we've covered a lot of topics, man.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was the
I have no career now.
whether it was
Covered a lot of them twice too.
Sesame Street, the thing about black art on HBO, the murder documentaries, sports. We are a good buffet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what'd you say, Mark?
Covered something.
Covered a lot of them twice too.
You just got here. Be easy.
This is why he gets yelled at. See?
You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, in a minute, you're going to see 2 season shakers up here.
Salt and pepper this meat all day.
Oh, see what I'm saying, dude? Oh, God. I was going to say, we're going to smack at you simultaneously.
Sometimes when he gets it right, he really gets it right. And then the other times is most of the time.
Yeah, like Mark will pull his out before the girl says yes.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
Beth Spies. Let me read this. Oh, great show. Hey, A&A, as always, another great show. You guys were awesome. Love you both. Enjoy the gifts and the rest of the Canadian tour. Much love, Beth. Yeah. Mwah.
Exactly. Thank you so much. It's so great when you come out.
And she comes bearing gifts. That's the part, though.
It's amazing.
But you know what the biggest gift of all is?
The gift of love.
Herself.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe one time you should bring Mark something next time.
Don't bring Mark.
No,
in.
bring Mark a pair of pink Speedos.
He'll put them on right there.
No,
and
I know he
walk
would.
around, yeah.
He'll wear them over his pants.
Did you have underoos when you were a kid?
Like tidy whities?
Yeah, but the underoos ones, like the had like Superman or Batman or any of those.
I just wore Fruit of the Looms.
Just plain old Fruit of the Looms.
Plain old Fruit of the Looms. I'm so glad I discovered boxers, man. No man should wear Fruit of the Looms like tidy whities. What are you doing?
I wear boxer briefs. You don't.
I wear those too.
Yeah, that's what I wear. I don't wear I can't. I wear jeans.
Tidy whities are like panties for men.
You can wear boxers because you still wear 90s jeans.
I can wear boxers because my need condo space.
Yeah, but there's a lot of room in those. I don't have room in my jeans just to have boxers in there. There's too much cloth.
Your nuts probably look like smushed Twinkies.
They look like I forgot who it was. I think it's Scottie Pippen when he shaved his head bald. Has all those lines all over his head.
Dude, I remember that.
Remember that?
I remember.
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Yeah.
I'm trying to get somebody new.
That's too bad.
What?
You're trying to do that look because you're in the finals. You know, you want to have that hard NBA. Everybody's down. We all shaved our heads, and then you come out looking like nuts.
Some dudes just aren't built for that. I don't do a bald head well. I think I look ridiculous bald. You know?
I bicked my head a few times. It looks all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great.
Yeah, I don't have that Michael Jordan dome.
No, it's not. My head's too tall.
I think that's the problem with my head too.
Too tall?
Yeah. And big.
You got a big ass head, dude. You do. What size is your hat?
8.
Yeah, that's a big head.
Both my heads are big, nigga.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't need to know about the other one. That's you and your girl's issue.
My head looked like a German helmet. Like a World War II helmet.
Like a Nazi.
Like a Nazi helmet. Smooth and black. That I did. Okay.
I'm white, man. It looks like a paper boy.
A paper boy.
Yeah, just that. You know, the hat.
Okay.
You know, like when they do, you know, in the 20s when they have they're giving out the papers.
Yeah.
I wish I was uncircumcised. Then my dick would look like Trayvon Martin. With a hoodie?
See how sometimes this is why they carry the bags in the beginning.
You know what I'm saying?
Because their instincts aren't always on.
Ah, the roaring 20s. What a time when the paper boy and everything was pure and white. He'd roll down the block with his bicycle, looking at the glass milk containers that came from the milkman, who was the man's wife when he wasn't at home. Oh, the paper boy. And the paper boy would throw the paper at the door, and the man would open up the door, read the paper, and find out that the stock market crashed, and then beat his wife silly simply because he was angry. And oftentimes he would beat her with the paper. So that way, when he got tired of beating her, he would lay her down over his lap, and he would read her face, which would have the imprint from the day's news. Ah, Brett Butler, yeah?
Except only dyslexic people would be able to do that because it would be backwards.
Okay. Annabus 7 King. Man food movie. Aries, Aries, Aries. Watch The Accountant 2. That's all. Did it. And loved it.
Yeah.
Did the other light go out too?
Yeah.
What happened? The batteries just go off?
Yeah, I thought we were doing this tomorrow, so I was going to charge them tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we look good.
It still looks fine. The camera doesn't.
I look better with less light.
Okay. And that's all the light in this room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just bump up the ISO.
Bump up the ISO. Bump up the ISO. Let me read another one from Beth Spies. Since she brought us gifts, it's the least I could do.
Yeah.
The Punisher TV show. Hey, A&A, how are you? Just finished the Celtics and the Accountant episode. Have you guys seen the TV show The Punisher with John Bernthal? Is that how you say his name? Bernthal. Well, it's a man movie criteria for sure. He was incredible as Frank Castle. There is only 2 seasons because there was conflict between Netflix and Disney. Not sure about the details, which is a shame. The writing was great. I think The Punisher showed up in Daredevil season 2 and got a spinoff from it. If you haven't seen it, maybe check it out one of these days. Have a great Canadian tour. I will see you guys soon. Much love, Beth. You know, it felt like... Go ahead.
I would like to see it because I heard it was really good. I did hear it was really good.
The Punisher seems like a character that never just kind of hits. Because there's been several adaptations of it. John did it. I think Dolph Lundgren did it. There's another actor who I can't remember his name, but he did it. That feels like one they never got right.
Like the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but I think they're going to get it right this time.
We'll see.
And speaking of comic books and shit, this in Canada has been buying all the comics from all the comic book stores.
I just got a few, man.
But you're not a collector of it. You're just doing it for money.
No, well, I'm only buying the ones I like. I'm not buying them just for money. I'm buying them because I like the collection. I'm hoping that, like, when I die, my kids can have it and it'll be cool. Or if I need money, I'll be able to make some money off of it. But I think that, like, I'm buying Ghost Rider, I'm buying Silver Surfer. I am getting, so that when you do that, some of the Fantastic Four gets included in that. What else am I buying? I'm buying some Avengers because I like Avengers, and eventually I'll get to Iron Man. So it will.
Are you going to read any of these?
I've read a lot of these already that I've bought. I've read them years ago, but I'll probably read some of them.
So to keep them in pristine shape, do you like put on gloves and shit when you take them out?
No, I'm not probably going to read those. Like, I'll go online, read them, or I'll buy a beat up comic and read that one. I won't. Once I'm like, if they're near mint, I'm not going to read those. I just got a couple near mint ones that I was really impressed with. How good they look.
How long does it take you to read a comic book?
15, 20 minutes.
Just look at the pictures and go, yeah.
No, well, this is the other part about the comic book. The ones that I like, and I like X-Men, not because of the artwork. Byrne artwork is unbelievable. So some artwork is just really good. There's some really good artists, so you enjoy the pictures as well. Yeah, there's some artwork that I would like to collect.
Do you have a favorite character, Andy?
Iron Man was my favorite character before they made the Iron Man movie. It really bothered me that was something that, like, as a kid, and after I saw Batman movie, the first Batman movie, and the Superman movies that I saw when I was a kid, I was like, I'd like to make Iron Man because that was my favorite character. In the 80s, Tony Stark goes through this time period where he actually becomes an alcoholic, and he has to give up his Iron Man suit, and there's that's a whole arc, and he became like a real, like, that was a really interesting time to see Iron Man, and that's the time in the 80s when I was really buying comics.
I like that sounds like a funner story.
So yeah, well, but you can see that is the character that they have up there. They just didn't that's a possibility that the character could be that person. So I think they've done a great job with Iron Man. Yeah, but it's still Tales of Suspense 39, I think, is the origin of Iron Man, and so that's where I'd like to get one of those. I can't afford it, and then get the Iron Man collection. But I want to get my collections up. I want to get full collections of what I'm collecting.
I just never been into the.
You got to get into the artwork too, and like, there was artists that I didn't like when I was younger because Jack Kirby had this old style of art. And it was just very, like, it was just very harsh, and it wasn't beautiful. And then you saw, like, Byrne artwork come out, and then you saw, like, Adams, and there's these great artists. And so and Buscema, there was these artists that I really enjoyed looking at some of their art. And then Kirby art I didn't like, and now I'm going back, and I'm like, these are great. He was a great artist. I mean, him and Stan Lee basically created this whole industry. Not the industry. The industry was there, but the superheroes that they created were just unbelievable. So yeah, it's not just the comic book. It's also the art. It's what the storylines they developed. It's just some dudes.
I just care about. I just look through it for the pictures, for the like the illustrations.
The illustrations are some of the best part.
I didn't read the.
Go back, and when you look at X-Men, when you look at when Superman got rebooted and Byrne did it. It's the artwork is amazing. It's not just like this little goofy kid story.
Do you know offhand if the Superman comic episode, the one with him and Muhammad Ali on the cover,
that's
worth anything?
Yeah, it's worth something. They had it in Canada. I looked at it.
That one I would get.
Well, you should have went across the street with me. It was right there.
Really? You think it's worth anything? Like serious?
Yeah, I don't know what it's worth. You can look it up. But it's also on the condition. I didn't see what condition it was in.
Right. What are you looking up, Mark?
I'm looking up the price.
For that particular one?
Yeah.
I remember
we're in Canada, so that's Canadian price.
I remember I fought Superman, and I remember I fought him, and I told the press, they said, Muhammad, how you gonna beat Superman, and what round you gonna get him in? I told that press, I said, I'm gonna dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee, I'm gonna hit him on the left, I'm gonna hit him on the right, and what's gonna take him out? My hands is kryptonite.
Yeah, I mean, it ranges hundreds of dollars.
That's it?
It's a one-off. It's not a series.
Oh, it has to be a series?
Series usually because the original series, especially back in the 60s, and I'm using the 60s, obviously the 50s even more so, but they didn't keep them. The paper doesn't last. Most of them got pulled apart, destroyed. That's why the 50s comics are worth so much. But the 60s, those series.
I'd actually, you know what? I'd like that as like the size of a movie poster and frame that.
Yeah, they do have those.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would.
But see, what's fun about it is it's not just the idea of the comics. It's the idea that, like, certain comics that I want to find, those are like treasure hunting. You go to a comic book store and you might be missing, it's not that it's valuable, but you might be missing, just the number 29. And so you're looking for a 29 and you want it in a good condition. So you might find it. It's not in a great condition. You buy that one. And then still one day you find a really good one and you replace it. Hey, it's treasure hunting. It's fun. It's like a little, I don't know, it's a little hobby. That's it.
Cameron Gerton, Shay. Hey, A&A, hope the vacation was great. This will be the last one, too. I'm sure a break is needed, more for the mental than the physical. I just wanted to speak on Shannon Sharpe's situation and how Aries believes there's nothing wrong with messing with a 19-year-old. No, Aries, there's nothing wrong with dating an above 18-year-old consenting adult, and I don't believe, at least among the common sense thinkers, that was ever an issue, but it is showing low discernment. I believe most sensible black people speak on it as if we were Shannon's friend, brother, or close confidant, which would go like, what is you doing? Well, I would say, what are you doing? Listen, it's not about lawfulness. It's about moving strategical. Shannon is at the top of his game even more than when he was a football player, and it is in the national spotlight between First Take and Club Shay Shay. Couldn't ask for anything better than to be on a big brand while you're building your own. You can't move around like he was, which is around. You can't move around like he was, which is some 19-year-old OnlyFans model with the scientific knowledge that the brain doesn't even fully develop till 22. So discernment is low. Listen, I don't yuck anyone's yum as long as it's legal, but Shannon is dating someone in which he has kids older than. So even as a parent, he should know what the young minds think like.
Did you read this before?
I don't know.
Sounds familiar.
He was looking at a $100 million podcast deal, and even if that was a little fluff, the point is you can't, as a black man, which we know our nose has to stay clean, unfortunately. So to be messing around with some young nothing to lose OnlyFans girl just ain't the move, especially if you are trusting her with the responsibility to keep up this racial BDSM type fetish he has going on, which out of context can look bad on his part. Sorry to be long-winded, but lastly, I also look at Leonardo DiCaprio of the world.
I think you read this.
No, I didn't. I did not, because it had the blue dot on it, which means I didn't read it. So to be Leonardo DiCaprio's of the world who notoriously date young women like it's weird as well, but we know the stereotypes in our community like the Diddy's and R. Kelly's of the world. So as you know, we have to make smarter decisions. Not saying it's fair, but it's the reality, so we can't afford to compromise our position for a little pleasure. There's more I can say, but hopefully you see the other side of it. P.S. Last time I took y'all's man card away for Bad Boys rating, I'm reinstating them because Buffalo Wild Wings ain't the same without y'all. Peace. Listen, I said, and I say again, I don't agree with it. I wouldn't do it. It's certainly not my cup of tea. My whole thing was I'm just pointing out that from a legal standpoint, he didn't commit a crime. That's all.
Yeah, you can't make it a crime when it's not a crime.
Yeah.
But I would say this, though. You do have to vet the characters that you put into your life. And I'm not saying that 19 is, you should say 18, 19. That's the age of consent is 18. So you can say that that's fine. But if you have a career, like you're saying he has, it's the person. Because there's some 25-year-olds that are going to just f you up just as bad.
There's some 35 and 45-year-olds.
So it's not just age. It's also the maturity and the relationship and the trust that you have with a certain person. Yes, as they get younger, that can get more wobbly. But there's also, I've met 22-year-olds. And my wife, I met her when she was 22. She's She was more together than most people that I knew in my life at that time. But I've also met, like you just said, 30-year-olds that I was dating that were more up than anybody than she was. So it's the age. It's not just the age. It's the mental maturity that they come with. But that's where you have to decide that when you're in a position where you're ascending, that you don't want anyone to knock you off the ascension. You need to continue to move up. But that's how we should be in life. We should always be strategic. We don't need people to take us down.
If you and Tara broke up,
What?
would you just immediately go, I gotta go 28 again?
I got to be honest. If Tara and I broke up, which that isn't imaginable to me, but if I had to go dating again, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go in my age group again. I'd probably go to 30s, but I'm not going to go find someone my age. I feel like I'm jaded. I don't want someone that's going to bring the same that I have. I want someone who looks at life with a little bit rosier.
No, but that's an assumption on your part.
Yeah, I know, but I also don't. I also believe like I like people to bring.
What if she has all the Marvel comic books, the full collection?
Like how you asked the question about Trump versus Obama in terms of the sitting president. Is it, have you found a woman your age that had it all on the ball?
And she was like, and she didn't bring a jaded personality. Yes.
Okay.
But
She had like those jiggly arms.
the jiggly arms aren't the problem. Jaded personality bothers me. Mm-hmm. But if she had jiggly arms, there's other problems.
And what? So I know what constitutes jaded personality. What is that?
Someone is angry, man. I can't have any more anger. I bring the anger. That's my area.
If I was your age, I'd just be looking for widows. No, like they were going to stay together.
I'm telling you, if you're really looking for someone that you want, I always think an ex of a professional athlete is a really good person to go to.
Why is that?
Because I'm generalizing, but they're always on the road, so their women aren't usually taken care of very well. Their needs usually aren't getting met because
they are by Alejandro, the pool man.
Pool man, that's right. That is. I'm being. They have the money, so they're kept up well. They don't have the jiggly arms. They have the a
little tall, but that's okay.
Yeah, but they're taken care of. They're broad. Look, Shaq's girls are all small, so they're all taken care of. They have low miles, but and high. They've been maintained well.
Bad knees though.
Especially when you need them to get on them.
Yes.
No. They'll be fine. They haven't done that either because the guys aren't ever there and they're always someone else in another city. So yeah, they have low miles. Highly maintained.
What?
They're like collector cars.
What sport?
Pick a sport. It's baseball. They're on the road for how many?
Oh, you're talking about an athlete's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a woman who was an athlete, like a softball player or something.
No, she's worked. She's putting in the hours.
Okay.
I'm talking about someone who's been maintained, low maintenance, high maintenance, low miles.
All right.
That's what you want. If you're gonna go for your own age,
where are you gonna meet that?
Comedy clubs.
There you go.
Met them before.
Yeah, I bet you. That's the shooting fish in a barrel.
We got a show to do.
That's it. Let's do dates. Dates.
Oh God, we gotta sit around in the.
What are we calling this one?
We said it. Salt and pepper. Pimps.
Oh yeah, that's right. I already wrote it down. Even I didn't even get yelled at for not paying attention.
Oh, I came close.
Okay, here we go. This is where are we? May, June. Funny Bone, Omaha, June 13th through the 14th. June 19th through the 21st, Wise Guys, Las Vegas. June 26th through the 28th, Olson Run Comedy Club in Eugene, Oregon. July 5th, Margaritaville in Bossier City, Louisiana. July 12th, Fitzgerald Theater in St. Paul, Minnesota. July 17th through the 20th, Helium Comedy Club in Portland, Oregon. July 24th through the 26th, Comedy at the Carlton in Rochester, New York. And August 7th through the 9th, Mic Drop Comedy, San Diego, California. Got to get some of those carne asada fries. That's the show.
Spies and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.